Hey gang, welcome back. Okay, so when last we left off, we had just come out of the Greenwall Cave. Just kind of put us on the other side of of the road, actually. A little bit further away from Riften than I was, but that's alright, we can manage. So if we head east, we can hit the road going south. And that should take us into Riften. So east was going to be over there. There's the road. And then south ought to be more or less this way. I presume this is it. Sorta, kinda. At least we seem to be out of the snow. That's a good thing. Oh, I see spiders.
Yours good is dead.
Okay, why is the game pausing? Hello? Game? Come on now. Hard to have combat when I'm constantly, you know, being paused every time I swing the weapon. Let's get it together. Where'd the other one go?
Someone do something.
Somebody do something? What are we doing? Something over here. What's over here? More spider? What is that? Yeah, that looks... Oh no, that's a wolf. A saber cat.
Oh no, you don't. That's what I thought.
Jeez, what the hell is that?
Come on.
And now you guys...
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
What you got Malachite for? I'll snag all that, thank you very much.
I've always wondered, since when people die, they take their final form as they were when they died.
Okay, where are we? Yeah, we're heading the right way.
If you die naked, does your spirit remain naked? I can't say a fancy roaming around either in Sovngarde or as a ghost without any clothes on. Well, at least not all the time.
Alright, we got some sort of house or something here. Maybe in the outskirts of Riften? Yeah, must be the guard towers and whatnot. 3 sentinels. Should we check it out? What's this all about? Okay, this just looks like a guard tower. Confiscated goods. Alright. And it wouldn't be a game of Skyrim if one of my followers wasn't standing right in the doorway. No matter how far away from the doorway I am, they always gotta get right up there. Alright, I don't know if there's any reason to really... Hey dudes. To go to the top of all 3 of these. They seem to be pretty much equivalent. Excuse me, Sophia. Alright, let's head into Riften. There's the stables. There's our cart dude, so that's good. Something right over here too. Let's go discover whatever this is. Okay, somebody's caravan. Gotcha, gotcha. Got everything close. Alright, let's head into Riften. I presume this is the right way.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
What? What's the tax for?
For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
This is obviously a shakedown.
All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
Yeah, get out of my face, punk. Trying to take 300 gold from me? I don't think so. I don't think
Gate's
so.
unlocked. You can head inside when you're ready.
That's right.
Fine. If you won't listen to me, I'll find someone who will.
I had another run-in with
Huh?
the thieves.
Yeah?
Be careful, you know.
You alright?
Huh? Well, not really.
One snap of her fingers, and you could end up in Riften jail.
What's wrong?
Well, I was taking an evening walk like I always do, and I saw some men outside the Echo Deep Mine.
I just don't want.
The thing is, they look like mercenaries, up to no good.
What makes you say that?
I've never seen them around here, and they look real tough. In addition, the Echo Deep Mines are not a place people go. There are myths about it.
What kind of myths?
All sorts of stories. Some say it's haunted by ghosts. Some say a wealthy bandit lord hides out in it, quietly contributing to the crime in Riften. Some people even say that deep within the mines there are Dwemer ruins, full of all sorts of automatons, just waiting to slay whoever enters.
So what's the problem?
On my way back from my walk, I passed the mine entrance again. I heard all sorts of horrific noises. I reckon something happened to those men. Anyone going to those mines is up to no good. Now, I've asked the guard to take a look, but they just ignore me. I need someone to see what's happened. Would you go look for me? Please, if they're planning something, the city guard needs to know. Please, go check for me.
Sure, I'll take a look.
Finally, thank you. I'll mark it down on your map. Just be careful. We still don't know what's in there.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know you. You in Riften looking for trouble?
What's it to you?
Don't say something you'll regret. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some loudmouth trying to meddle in their affairs.
Who are the Blackbriars?
The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you.
Can I dirt on this?
Only way you could have found one of those is by stealing it. Guess you'll fit in around here better than I thought. So what do you want to know?
Tell me what this gem's worth.
Do I look like a merchant to you? You're gonna have to take that up with Vex in the Thieves Guild. Get in good with them and you'll find her.
You know anything about the Thieves Guild?
You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you.
Tell me about the Blackbriars.
Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically, no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says.
What about the Dark Brotherhood?
The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him. Be seeing you around.
Yeah, I'll be around. Okay. Alright. Who's this then? Aaron's house.
I'm really getting tired. Are you my Gallus heroes? When you come to whisk me away, you pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time, keep your plans quieter, and nothing would have happened to it.
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's your problem? Yeah. What's your problem?
Huh? What do you want?
You work at the stables.
Yes. Hofgreer took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected.
What kind of trouble are you in?
I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do.
Tell me the details.
I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me.
I'll help you pay off your debt.
You will? Oh, thank you. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
She seems to have run off. Be in the barb, huh? Alright, must be the inn. Let's go check it out.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs. The signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation.
I fear that you soon may leave us.
Put down your flagons filled with
Riften has problems of its own. Now is not the time for exploration and discovery.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. If you were to leave, I'd miss you terribly.
Kira,
Erin, I owe you my life. It would take a threat to all of Skyrim.
What's your problem?
I wanted to talk to you about Shadir's debt.
I knew that stupid kid would try and find a way to weasel out of his debt. Look, this is really simple. I lent him some gold, he promised to pay me back, and now he says he's broke. End of story.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the
You and I both know this is a setup.
I don't care. A deal's a deal.
Talon, another
Okay.
round.
I'll be back.
You can go back and forth all you want. He just needs to pay.
Stupid lizard. I said give me some more drink, or I'll have your head on a pike.
Suit yourself.
Okie dokie. Who are you?
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar.
What sort of message?
Well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth.
Why Sibby in jail?
No idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission.
Go tell Sibby yourself.
I'm not exactly comfortable around guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked up.
Maybe you should head on.
No, I'll meet you outside of town.
Stupid lizard. I said give me
Okay,
some more drink,
sounds easy enough.
or I'll have your
You're a
head
smart
on
woman.
pike.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time.
Good. That's what I want to
I'll
hear.
meet you outside of town.
Hey, look at my people are all both sitting on the bench. How very nice of them. Hey,
You're a
Majol.
stranger here too, huh?
Tell me about Riften's Thieves Guild.
To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think?
I try not to care.
That's a shame. Too many people in Riften share your view, and look where it's getting them. It's going to take more than just myself and Aaron to help this city. It has to want to help itself first.
Tell me about the Blackbriar family.
Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail.
Who else is in the family?
Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder.
You're not from Riften?
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman, barely 8. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between.
Why are you here then?
Many years ago, I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust.
I see. You're Riften's protector.
It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies, and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Aaron, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago.
Good lord. How did Aaron save your life?
It was Aaron who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed.
Super.
Safe travels.
Yeah. Hey, quit pushing me around. You.
Mjol told me that it isn't this bad everywhere. Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
Damn it, Talon. We still don't have enough this year.
Mjol's brought me nothing but safety and peace of mind. And some lessons with the blade.
Walk away from here.
I hope so. I can't stand this city anymore.
Hello?
How can I assist, hmm? May you walk on warm sands.
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, milady. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let me know.
Tell me about the Thieves Guild.
They're vermin. Garbage. They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live. How appropriate they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash.
What's the Ratway?
Disgusting. Ruined sewers filled with goodness knows what. There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves Guild's territory.
Huh.
I told you about
How did you meet Karava?
I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting.
3 flawless. I could find those for you.
I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you.
3 flawless amethysts. Okay. You mentioned special drinks.
3, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujama.
Okay, can you tell me about the wedding ring?
Every Argonian wedding proposal band is supposed to have 3 flawless amethysts as part of their design. 2 of the gems, the ones on the the amethyst in the center represents the Hist, the entity that all Argonians consider a sacred part of our lives.
Sorry about that, guys. I kind of cut him off.
If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Oh, goodness.
You
So many
look
people
like
to
you
talk
could use
to.
a drink. What do you say to some cheap mead?
Do you work for the meadery?
Sure. How do you think I get my hands on the good stuff and offer it so cheap? You think old Maven is just giving it away to anyone? Good thing she makes so much money. Makes it easier for merchandise like this to fall through the cracks.
You're selling cheap meat.
No, friend. You've got it all wrong. I'm not selling cheap mead. I'm selling good mead for cheap. Blackbriar mead. I sell cases of it for half of what the inns and taverns pay through the meadery. All I need is someone to deliver it for me. If anyone saw me leave Riften, they get suspicious.
What kind of delivery?
I need someone to take this small keg of Blackbriar mead to Wilhelm at the Villamur Inn in Iverstead. Drop it off, and he'll trade you something for the delivery. Keep it as payment for the legwork. Oh, and if you bump into Indarin from the meadery, keep your mouth shut. He'd rat us out in a second.
All right.
Good. Now get going.
Deliver the mead or turn Roman into Indra and the back part of the Okay.
Remember, keep this to yourself.
What's with the note? Who are you?
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road.
90 gold. What's the word around town?
If it's true that the dragons have returned, what will it mean for all of us? Is this how it all ends?
Alright.
Come back and see us again.
I have a bit of a problem with the
Have I told you about Valen, my dear?
I love when you spin that yarn. It gets better every time you add something new.
He killed 6...
Notice the cost increase. I'm going to double the cost of religious with this.
Imperial guards before they dragged him into the prison.
Was this before or after the mythic Dong attacked the Emperor and Valen
The
single-handedly
lizard
fought them
people
off?
have breasts,
Just shut up and drink, Ronlin.
which implies they're mammals. And yet clearly they're not mammals. So yeah. Or maybe they are mammals. I don't know. But they seem to be they're lizards. And if they're lizards, they should not have breasts. I'm just saying. As a biologist, it bugs me. Of course, you know, my biology training was long ago, but still.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you, that skill can be bought.
Yeah.
Why settle for just stabbing your foes when you can roast them alive out of arcane fire?
Okay, tell you what.
What can I get you? Mead?
Give me a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
We gotta take care of our sleep situation. What time is it now? 7 p.m. It's not so good. Hey, Sapphire. There's a downstairs.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Okay, go. Alright, let's take care of this. Let's go 12 hours, so it's 7 a.m. Okay, and we'll take care of the food and water situation. It's food. Go with light. Could it spoil? Yeah, I suppose it could. Water, water, water. And there you go. Okay, back downstairs. Hey, Sophia.
Yeah.
What you got in the basement? Okay, it's basically a basement for an inn. Alright, fair enough. Okie dokie then. Why? Just... What the hell? Put your sword away. Ask you to take out your sword? Fool?
Can't you bother me at my armor stand in the market? Or are you that desperate for training?
Hi, girlfriend.
Speak.
Tell me about the Thieves Guild.
They'd stop at nothing to take your last bit of food if that's all you had. The Ratway's too good a place for that scum.
Scum? What's the right way?
There are ruined sewer tunnels beneath the city. The only way I know how to get in there is through a door off of the canal. If I were you, I'd keep my feet dry and stay up here.
Yeah, well, you're not me, so you treat all your customers like this.
Look, I've moved all over Skyrim selling these bits of junk, and I'm barely scraping by. I'm not out to win friends, and I could care less if you're happy about your purchase or not. I just need the coin. The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better.
Why would you want to leave Skyrim?
Are you serious? The war is tearing the land apart. The dragons have returned seeking who knows what. Skyrim is going nowhere, fast. If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before you end up in one of those burial cairns.
Sure.
Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm kind of interested in what we've got here. So, Riften. Oh man. Well, there's only 2 Radiant quests, and those are both bigger quests. My goodness, there's a lot of quests in here. Okay. Yeah. My god. Okay. Let's, Honeyside. It's in the mailbox. What's with the symbol? What's going on? There's bunkhouse. That goes back outside. Well, we can either speak with the Jarl.
Rare trinkets and the finest oddities from
Another one of those symbols. Slightly different this time. What is this then? Temple of Mara. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, there's the cemetery. Shrine of Talos. Boy, don't let
They
the
say the college has been snooping around Sarthal. Mages in a burial crypt. No good can come of that.
What can you tell me about Talos?
He's the protector of man, the dragon of the north, the patron of all Nords. And despite the Imperials and their treaty, he will always be one of the 9 divines. A devout Nord would rather fall in battle and have his blood spill upon the earth than allow the Empire to strike his name from the divinity.
Why all the hatred for the Empire?
Talos is part of our culture. He's part of our heritage and our tradition. He's Skyrim personified. To suddenly have all that wrenched away is like losing someone you hold dearly in your heart. The Empire already took my daughter from us, but by Talos, they will not take our homeland.
What happened to your daughter?
I trained our daughter Lilia as a healer to one day tend the shrine of Talos and replace me as a priestess of Talos. When the fighting began over the white gold concordat, she ran off to join the Stormcloaks. She had her father's fire. How could I say no? She died out there, only having tended to the wounded soldiers for a few months. We never even found her body. The Empire burned all the dead. Talos preserve you.
Okay. Sure. What's at the gate? Hall of the Dead. Alright. Let's go check it out. Okay, well. Nobody seems to be dead. There's a lot of spaces. Whew. Must be a lot of NPCs in this area. I see some guy walking through. Hey dude, where'd you go? There you are.
Come to laugh at the grave tender?
You tend the graveyard.
If you're trying to ask if I tend the Hall of the Dead alone, then the answer is yes. You think anyone around here is going to lift a shovel to help me? Guess again. Leave the dirty work to old Alessandra. Look, I didn't ask for this job. I got stuck with it thanks to my father.
How's your father to blame for your job?
My father was a priest of Archay. All my life was spent around the dead, being forced to learn the proper burial rituals and prayers. I never had any friends. Who'd want to spend time with the weird little girl who hangs around dead people? So I grew up with a miserable trade. This is all I know how to do. Prepare and inter the deceased.
How can you make peace with your father?
I'd like to make the journey to the Hall of the Dead in Whiterun, and give my ceremonial dagger to Anders, the caretaker.
Alright, so do it.
I believe once it's interred with my father's remains, I'll be at peace with his memory.
I can bring it for you, I guess.
I hadn't asked you because I was afraid you'd say no. I appreciate your help. Here. I'm entrusting you with the dagger. Bring it to Anders and he'll take care of the rest.
What's special about the dagger?
A priest of Archay is entrusted with a ceremonial dagger once they've completed their training. It's usually given by the head priest who sanctified the ritual. In my case, the head priest happened to be my father. The thing is, I never wanted to follow in his footsteps. In some ways, I still don't.
But you ended up doing it anyway.
I had to, for honor's sake. But I had waited too long. My father died before he could see my training to completion. When I finally became a priest, they gave me the new High Priest's dagger. But I already owned my father's. So you see, I have to return it. It breaks tradition, and I need to tell him that I finally did what he wanted.
Yeah.
Be cautious. The pilgrimage to the shrine is not an easy one.
Alright, let's head into the temple. Not quite what I was expecting from a temple. Ah, more like it. Hey peeps.
Sugar and sands, friend. Can I interest you in a bouquet of flowers for your special someone?
I'm an adventurer, not a handmaiden.
I don't know. You could plant them, sniff them, make a wreath. What you do with them is your business. But buy them you must.
Do you work for the temple?
No, I am in business for myself. I am not here to make love. I am the love of my life. Go find me a mirror and I will kiss it. But you love many things, and those things require flowers to keep them happy, or they will find someone else. Someone with flowers.
Wait, so you don't follow my...
What is there to follow? Two people love each other, so they need flowers to show their love. The temple is simply the place to buy them.
Can I offer you some assistance?
What? Why? Who told you I need help? I have sold bells to Nernroot. I do not need advice from one who tramples flowers instead of picking them.
I would simply like to make an investment in your business.
So, you want to share in the profits. I will not be your minion, but you can be mine. It is much better if you work for me. This way your honey will not be jealous of the pretty Khajiit who bends to your whim. There is a famous flower in Whiterun called Zora's Cotton. Bring this to me, and I will consider giving you the day off sometime next year.
Okay. I see.
Blessings of Mara upon you.
I want to know about the Temple of Mara.
Wonderful. Where to begin? Mara is the goddess of love. The temple spreads her gifts by tending to the sick, the poor, and the lost. We also perform wedding ceremonies for all the loving couples in Skyrim.
I see. Could I have a wedding at the temple?
Yes, if you were ready, of course. Are you familiar with how marriage works in Skyrim?
No, not really.
Typically, love in Skyrim is as earnest as the people who live here. Life is hard and short, so there's little room for long courtship. A person who is looking for a spouse simply wears an amulet of Mara about the neck, showing they are available. When another person shows interest and the two agree to be together, one of them comes to the temple and we arrange a ceremony.
I see. Can you tell me what Mara's beliefs?
Mara's domain encompasses the emotions we strive the most to embrace: love, compassion, and understanding. It's difficult to appreciate her gifts in these dark times, but you should consider her light a beacon in the storm.
Yeah.
May you return to her benevolence in safety.
Okay, game. Calm down, please. Hi, Jade.
Greetings, traveler. My name is Jade. I offer you Mara's blessing, that her light may guide you on the... Oh, who am I kidding? You'll end up like all the rest.
Excuse me?
Oh, you must be new to Riften. Well, if you're looking for marital guidance, I suggest you speak to Maramal, or Dinya. I can't seem to get a single soul into Mara's embrace. I think I'm cursed.
What do you mean cursed?
As acolytes of Mara, we're supposed to put those who've lost their way back on the path toward true love. But I can't seem to keep a single couple together.
Sure. The only way to break such a curse is to find love yourself.
Ugh, you sound like Maramal. and suddenly I'm beginning to feel nauseous.
You seem less devout than other priests I've met.
Is it that obvious? I suppose the name's a dead giveaway, too. Well, it's not exactly a secret around here, so I might as well tell you. I used to be a member of the Thieves Guild.
Used to be. Where does the name Jade come from?
Well, I didn't really have much use for my old name, so when I met Sapphire, I decided to change my name too. Green eyes, Jade. It doesn't take a college mage to figure out that gems make pretty names for girls.
There must be a reason you still use that name.
That's how most people in Riften know me. Dinya suggests that I drop the name as a symbolic gesture, but I feel like that would be running away from who I was, and what I've done.
Why did you join the Thieves Guild?
Do you want the short answer, or the long one?
Oh god, the short answer, please. Alright, take your time.
It all goes back to my childhood.
No, not to your childhood!
It always does. I grew up an only child, and I don't just mean siblings. I didn't have any contact with other children. So when I joined the guild, I felt like they were the brothers, sisters, and friends I never had.
Okay, that's not so bad. Oh god, tell me about your childhood. I don't really want to know.
We lived in a house as big as a palace, but it felt so empty. Every day I'd sit in my room, listening to the other children playing outside. It was like slow torture. So one day I ran down the stairs and sprinted past the gate guard, just following those peals of laughter.
That's totally not what that said.
When I found them, I thought they'd let me join in, but they wanted nothing to do with me.
Why do you think they reacted that way?
Does it matter? All it was another rejection.
Okay, how'd you develop your skills as a
When I was a
thief?
child, my parents would lock me in the library and make me study. That was the extent of their parenting. But I'd always find a way out. Sometimes the books even helped. Some taught me how locks were made, and some showed me how locks are broken. Both helped me pick them. And after a while, not only could I exit the library, but enter the armory, and when I was ready, escape the city entirely.
What happened after you joined the guild?
They had me pick locks. I was good at that, but bad at dealing with the consequences.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I didn't want to steal from people, but I also didn't want to betray my new friends. So at first, I'd do the job and leave the mark a bit of gold. But a lot of these items were sentimental. They meant something. I could tell, just by looking at their faces the next day. That hurt more than anything.
When did you decide to quit the guild?
One day, Vex asked me to do a heist job at the Temple of Mara. She didn't tell me what it was I was stealing, just that it was valuable. That night, Dinya and Marimal were at the Bee and Barb, preaching to the patrons. Brielle was showing the temple to a young couple.
So no one saw you enter. What happened
I
next?
stole away into the back, where the living quarters are, if you could call them that. These were not people of wealth. The items Vex wanted weren't even in a strong box. They were on a dresser, right next to a bouquet of flowers. They were wedding rings. When I realized that's what Vex wanted, my heart stopped. I couldn't do it. It seemed wrong.
What'd you do?
I quit. Right then and there. I threw off my hood, cursed Vex, and turned around. That's when I saw Dinya, standing in the doorway. And she did what she always does. What I always needed, but never got from my mother. She hugged me. And I knew then I'd found a home.
Your marital issues could just be bad
I know
luck.
the difference between luck and curses. Bad luck is rain at a picnic, ataxia on your first date. Bad luck can throw love off course, but it can't capsize a ship the way a curse can. Well, take Aaron, for instance. A dashing man saves the life of a beautiful warrior in a story fit for the tales. Not only that, but he gets her to move in with him. At this point, the wedding's just a formality.
So what went wrong?
Well, the first mistake was he asked for my counsel. His second mistake was following it. Literally. When I said don't leave her side, I didn't mean her backside. A man has to lead. Somehow the poor soul managed to gain her confidence, her trust, her friendship, but not her love.
Surely something was going on between us.
Sadly, no. Aaron sleeps like a guest in his own home. He thinks letting Mjol have his room will help earn her love. The poor, misguided fool.
Who else such a cancer?
Well, there's Sviti. She sought Mara's blessing to guide her marriage with Sibi. Even I saw that one coming. Although not the murder part. Then there's Svana, who suffers from the same disease that Sviti did. She also wants Mara's blessing. Why can't Sibi's lovers go to Brielle for once?
It's not your fault.
Tell that to Sodrin. He still blames me for ruining his chances with Helga, as if that weren't his own fault. Helga likes big, strong men. As for Sodrin, well, the other day I think I hurt my shoulder just looking at him. Okay.
No, I don't want you following me. Go away. I'm done with you.
Mara is the handmaiden of Kine. Bet you didn't know that.
I bet I didn't care. Who are you?
Blessings of Mara upon you.
No,
May you return to her
you.
benevolence and...
Alright, let's get out of here. Well, okay. Child there.
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients.
Excuse me, Sarah. Have you seen my pa? Well, he was trading at the market stalls, and then he was gone. And I can't find him.
What does your father look like?
Well, he's got red hair, like me. And a big bushy beard. Oh, won't you help me find him?
More specific?
He's got a scar on his chin shaped like a star, and a big fat belly.
The fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen him.
Fine, stupid skeever brain. Notice what? I don't need money. I told you Pa has a big belly and keeps me fed. You need to get your eyes checked, Captain. Seems to me like you're just a big bully harassing some poor kid. Maybe you tried to kidnap me and I stuck you where the sun don't shine. Or you can let me slip off without a fuss and we'll be as merry as a mid-year morning.
Like it never happened.
Okie dokie, Captain, I ain't even here.
Potions, exotic ingredients, I have them all.
Right.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind?
You have an odd name for
I
Dark
may
Elf?
be Dark Elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. For reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned, then taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh. I hope one day to find out what happened to me, how I ended up like that.
Give you clues?
Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm looking for, I'd be grateful.
Sure, I'll keep an eye open.
Thank you.
Why are you researching Skyrim?
I learned that a matron who had served for House Telvanni had escaped Morrowind during the Accession War. Records showed her buying passage aboard a sailing vessel named the Pride of Telvos, but that's where the trail ran cold. I spent years looking for what became of the ship, but I ended up empty-handed. Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck.
Thanks.
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients, I have them all.
What's this then? Oh yeah. Turning in that dude.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
Are you a fisherman?
Only the best in all of Riften. I own Riften Fishery. Started out with a single fishing pole, and now I have an entire building and 2 boats to my name. Not bad for a middle-aged Nord, eh? Too bad I haven't had the same success helping this city shed its poverty. And even Nord thinks I'm wasting my time trying. But I disagree. I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. It's worth its weight in gold to me. The only untapped market left is Markarth. However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be interested. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course.
Of course. Sure.
Good. Klepper will pay you as soon as you arrive with the letter. Here you are.
Thanks. You sound quite charitable.
Yes, I suppose someone has to be around here. Have you seen the condition of this sorry excuse for a city? Beggars roam the streets, crime runs rampant, and the threat of wars driving away business. The paltry amount of coin that I place in the charity box at the temple is the least I can do to help.
You mentioned Nivenor.
Nivenor is my wife. How I was ever able to meet such a gorgeous creature is one of life's mysteries. We're at odds about my charity. She thinks the people in this town have become lazy and expecting a handout. I tried to include her in my lessons for Maramal over at the Temple of Mara, but she prefers to shop instead. Different strokes, eh? Remember to give at the temple.
Hey there, Sophia. Yeah.
Fresh meats and produce.
Protect yourself,
Get them
right?
before the dawn.
I think he's another one of those symbols.
Learn a library's worth of knowledge.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
Snoof.
Sure, I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me?
Good question. Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Until next time.
My food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as the day it was collected.
How do you
I
keep it so
picked up a
fresh?
trick from a butcher in Elenir, a small town over the border in Hammerfell. He showed me a way to grind up ice wraith teeth and use it as a preservative. Keeps everything cold and fresh, but only for a limited time. I'm always looking to replenish my supply, so if you ever come across 5 of them, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands.
Okay, I'll find some.
Thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out.
Ice Wraith. Any idea where I can find some Ice Wraiths?
Well, I'd be careful if I were you. I hear the Nords hunt them for some kind of initiation rite, and not all of them end up victorious. The last traveler that traded me some said he found them at a place called Ancient's Ascent. Careful though. Rumor has it a dragon makes its home there.
I'm not afeard of no dragon. Tell me what these do.
They live below the streets, in the ratway, like dirty animals. And trust me, they're no better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps. They make it difficult for decent people to earn a living. Of course, not many decent people live here in the first place.
What's the ratway?
It's Riften's name for the sewers beneath our feet. Absolutely disgusting. If you fancy keeping your purse filled with gold and your head on your shoulders, I'd stay out of those awful tunnels. Be careful looking for those teeth. Those little bastards are dangerous.
Okay, guys. First thing we're gonna do is head into Sky Complete and get that one quest checked off. Riften Snilf. We did you. Gotta find Edda still. Well, we got a whole bunch of find someone to marry. Why would I want to do that? God, there's a lot of quests. Jeez.
Beats guaranteed, clean and free from rock joints.
Okay guys, I think what we'll do is we'll stop here. So I'll go ahead and save the game. Alright, very good. Okay gang, let me take a minute to thank my patrons. My $5 plus patron is Michael Hilliard. My $3 plus patrons are listed in the description below, along with the links that they've requested that I link to, so please do go check those out. Good stuff in there. And finally, at the very end of this episode, you'll see a list of all my $1 plus patrons. Thank you very much, guys. It is much appreciated. Certainly without your support, this would be a much more difficult endeavor, so I do appreciate the assist. Alright, gang, we will stop here, and we will pick this back up in the next episode, so I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please take a second to comment, like, and subscribe. All these things really help me out. I'd like to say a big thanks to all my patrons whose names are appearing on the screen right now. Thanks a lot, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more great content, consider joining my list of patrons. There's a link on the screen in the bottom left corner. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.